In this episode of Fictional Hangover, we talk about podcasting, ghost bothering, and diabetes. It's us. It's us that we're talking about. And then the screaming starts in our discussion of The Girls Are Never Gone by Sarah Glenn Marsh. Hey everybody, welcome to Fictional Hangover, a podcast about books that is full of spoilers. Every week we discuss a different book in way too much juicy detail. I'm Amanda.
And I'm Claire. Despite we're saying our names in a funny voice. And today we're going to discuss The Girls Are Never Gone by Sarah Glenn Marsh.
Standard disclaimer! If you haven't read this book, please remember that Fictional Hangover is all about spoilers. If you haven't read or listened and don't want to be spoiled, stop listening to us and go read or listen to the book. Then come back. If you haven't done this but want to pretend that you have, or if you don't care about spoilers, or if you just like the show so much that you don't care about any of that, then listen up.
I love the show that much, I'm going to listen up. But I have also read the book.
I have also read the book.
Yes.
Multiple times.
I've read it twice.
This was 3. This was 3 for me. And I'm not upset about it.
Good. Is that your background information or your initial thoughts?
That could be... No, my initial thoughts... My initial thoughts is diabetes with 100 exclamation marks.
In all caps, bold, underlined
Yes.
in a funny font. And explosives.
It makes me happy. Not diabetes. Diabetes does not make me happy.
I was going to say, let's clarify that statement a little bit.
Just so we're clear, diabetes does not make me happy.
Diabetes suck. Books about diabetes. Good.
Especially when they are this on point. Mwah.
Cool. Well, we'll get into that.
We will. I'm going to try to not fangirl about diabetes as
Don't
much as I
fangirl about
should.
diabetes. That's just fangirl about representation,
Yeah.
but not diabetes, because that sends a funny message.
Yeah.
Okay, give me some background info.
Everyone knows that I love visiting the Nerd Daily. So that's where this background info came from. And Sarah is asked, were there any favorite moments or characters you really enjoyed writing or exploring? And can I just say, I'm sorry, not sorry, diabetes!
I'm seeing a theme.
One thing that was really special to me about writing this book was getting to create type 1 diabetes representation in Dare, my main character, in a genre I love so much. Back when I was diagnosed at age 20, there were a lot of books for young children about living with type 1, but nothing for people my age. Not only that, but those younger books were all about the ins and outs of the disease itself, and while that's so critical too, what someone like me needed was to just see people who live with the condition just living life, doing normal things, or, hunting for ghosts, making a podcast, befriending dragons, you name it, while remembering to take insulin for their food. To this day, even when interacting with medical professionals, I've observed a great deal of ignorance around type 1 diabetes, and I hope to see more authentic rep about the disease across all genres of children's literature in the future to help break down stereotypes and clear up misconceptions. Yes. 100,000 times yes.
Cool.
I didn't have anything like this growing up. So I'm the same.
No.
I'm the same, Sarah Glenn Marsh. We're the same.
Are you the same person?
No.
Are you an offshoot?
Yeah, we were formed by budding.
Oh.
Yeah. No. That would be cool, though.
Hmm.
'Cause she's a good author.
We've gone off topic now.
We have. But I appreciate this. We talked about a book before with a character who has diabetes, and that was really fun. Accidental Demons. accidentally summoning demons every time you check your sugar level, which was precious and hilarious.
It was so funny.
But now this one is just... It meant a lot to me. No, I did not have an emotion when I was reading it. I'm sorry.
Such a fake emotion. That was so bad.
I'm sorry. But I really did
God.
appreciate it.
Don't
I know.
ever do
I'm
that
sorry
again.
I did it. I take it back.
Thank you.
Yeah. So we already did my initial thoughts. Diabetes! I don't know why I'm saying it like that either.
No,
it
nobody
happened,
does.
and
It's
I've
dramatic.
watched.
It's a dramatic expression. And hey, I'm here for it. Here for the
Thank you.
drama.
Thanks. Thank you. So what are your initial thoughts?
I'm going to say mine in a dramatic fashion because
okay,
why
good.
the hell not? We seem to have established that.
We're already doing it.
Ghost bothering!
Yes.
You know I'm totally here for some ghost bothering.
Yes.
It's very exciting because it's not represented enough in my opinion. You know,
Right.
the EMF reader, the skepticism, you know,
Right.
all of the equipment that they really need. They're just, you know, there's a ghost and we're cursed and
Yeah, and
no,
then
we're being haunted.
And then on top of it all, she's also a podcaster. So like Dare, I think is like you plus me.
She's like put together.
You plus me equals Dare
Yes.
in 30 years. 20 years. 25 years. And then we turn to dust and blow away in the wind.
Oh, that was...
It's fine.
Thought.
Everything's fine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, we're losing it now.
Yeah.
Just scream diabetes one more time and bring it back.
Diabetes!
Yay! Let's dive into the summary.
Yes, let's do. Welcome to Attachments, a podcast that has splintered off from a YouTube ghost hunting show, Strange Virginia. In Attachments, Virginia Dare Chase, Dare, is going to document the month she'll be spending at Arrington Estate, helping with renovations and diving into the mystery of what happened to Atheline Bell in 1992. Dare had never heard of Arrington until a subscriber of Strange Virginia, Kiwi Loves Mango, commented about it being spooky and haunted, and Dare suspects that it is being haunted by Atheline. Things surrounding her death don't quite add up, so Dare is hoping to get to the bottom of the mystery. Let's just hope she doesn't end up at the bottom of the lake instead, like Atheline. Oh.
And on that cheerful thought... Dare is riding with her mom and her diabetic alert dog, Waffles!
Waffles!
There's a kids' TV show called Waffles and it's about a dog.
Is he a diabetes alert dog?
No, he's a mischievous little dog that gets up to hijinks.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, I've got that singing through my head now. Anyway, the
Wait.
driving...
Diabetes! Does that bring it back for you? Did that help?
You.
Okay.
Yes, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Right, so Dare, her mom, and Waffles, the dog, are driving to the Arrington estate. It's hot and sweaty, and Dare's sugar level is elevated because of her nerves. Her mom worries, of course, especially when Waffles whines, which could mean a low sugar level, but in this instance, it just means he needs a potty break. Same Waffles. They arrive in New Hope at Paradise Lake and pull up to the creepy house. For a place called Paradise, it kind of isn't. It's muddy. It's very
No.
muddy. No, it seems moist. But Dare is ready to investigate and increase her subscriber count. Like and subscribe.
Dare and Waffles approach the front door of the old house, but Waffles starts growling and has to be carried inside with the promise of a hot dog.
Same Waffles. Same.
Aw, silly doggo.
Good dog.
You deserve a hot dog, you precious baby. Inside, Dare meets Quinn, a gorgeously cute girl with red lipstick. Quinn's mom, an interior decorator, owns the house and is renovating it to turn it into a museum, and Quinn is hoping to join the interior design industry as well and earn some college credits during this remodel project.
Quinn shows Dare around a little and talks about dripping pipes and repainting as she shows Dare and Waffles to their room. When inside, Quinn reveals herself to be Kiwi Loves Mango and tells Dare she is being haunted. She's had nightmares about the house and the lake and has had bad shower experiences. Cool water scalding to hot in an instant, and also the feeling of being touched on the shoulder. And she's heard things moving around above her when she knows others in the house aren't up there.
No, thank you.
No.
Nah.
We don't like things moving around the attic when they shouldn't be.
Nah. We also don't like being touched.
No,
while
in the shower.
Alone in the shower.
The hot to cold, I can quite honestly be like, this is a messed up house and it's very old.
Yeah.
Maybe
it's
happen.
a toilet flush.
Oh,
No.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Somebody turning the taps on and playing a game.
Yeah. But shower touching? I don't like that I just called it shower touching, and I'm sorry about that.
Yeah. I mean, it could just be like water dripping from somewhere. This is a very moist house.
It is.
Or like a moth or something.
Ugh.
Because we all know moths are perverts in showers.
Yeah, stop it. After Dare unpacks some of her stuff, including most of her diabetic supplies and her ghost hunting and podcast equipment, Quinn shows her around some more. All of the rooms have nautical names and themes, and most of them have a lot of water damage because this house is moist.
And it's nautically themed. It's taking it too far, really.
Nautical moistness. When they go outside, they walk past a garden that Quinn is growing and see an orchard with dying trees. Then they look out toward the lake and spot a girl sitting on the dock. They go to greet her and learn that her name is Holly and that she's local to Arrington and will be doing the internship with them. Her parents own an antique store and she's hoping to gather some unique, abandoned treasures for their store.
As they head back to the house, Holly suddenly grabs Dare, thinking she saw something, but changes her mind. Dare looks out to the lake to see a greenish glow. Maybe algae? Maybe the sun breaking through the clouds. Maybe an eldritch horror. But they all go inside for dinner. Quinn's mom, Rose, the homeowner, and Kathy, who works with the Historical Preservation Society and is helping with the restoration, have prepared a nice meal they all enjoy.
Talk turns to Atheline during the meal, and Holly, being local, knows about her. She mentions a woman called Miss E, who used to own the house and who might have been around when Atheline died. The grown-ups change the conversation, making sure to remind the girls to stay out of the lake so they don't end up like Atheline, and then they start cleaning up. Dare helps, hoping to make a good impression after talking about dead people during dinner.
I think talking about dead people's never put me off my dinner. Later, after a shower that puts off no strange EMF readings, I can't take your EMF reader into the shower.
I mean, she learned about the shower touchings.
No. It's hilarious. Dare meets up with Quinn to interview her about her experiences so far in the house, and then they set up a hidden camera in the hallway and split up for bed. Before bed, Dare checks her subscriber count and comments, finding one from a username she doesn't recognise, SueSweet412, mentioning Miss E, the same woman Holly talked about. Dare eventually tries to fall asleep but can't because she hears a dripping sound. She goes off in search of the leak but instead finds a puddle leading to a hidden door at the end of the hall. Dare decides to record her second episode, ending with the door as an excellent cliffhanger.
Oh, we love a cliffhanger.
Ooh.
We love a cliffhanger. The next day, Rose and Kathy go shopping all day for supplies for the house repair. Dare and Quinn make plans to start sorting through things in the attic, but Holly wants to have some people over for a party instead. Nah.
It's not her house.
Not her house, and you're doing an internship.
Yeah.
Like, this isn't a summer vacay. Halls.
No.
Don't have a party. It's weird.
It's weird, yeah.
Dare talks to one girl, Willa, whose aunt sold the house to Miss E, but doesn't get much information from her other than Miss E wanted to turn the house into a bed and breakfast, but could never afford it. Soon enough, a handful of friends quickly turns into a lot of drunken teens in the lake. Dare, Quinn, and Waffles watching soberly from the dock. Dare and Quinn talk about their favorite ghost hunting show and how they don't have significant others to talk to about it anymore. And then they almost kiss, but then Holly screams.
Holly man.
Come on!
Such a pain. Quinn, former swim team member, dives in and Dare unclips her insulin pump and follows. The Waffles growls and paws at her not to. Quinn is a fast swimmer and rescues Holly before Dare gets to them, and all the people who were in the lake with Holly swam off and left her behind. Assholes.
Yeah.
Holly tells Quinn and Dare that something grabbed her. It wasn't a person, it was more like a rip current, but those don't tend to happen in the lake. Holly angrily tells everyone to leave and they clear up all evidence that anyone was with them.
Later, the girls spend some time trying to peel the wallpaper away from the hidden door that Dare remembered and told them about. But the work is delicate since they're trying to do it in secret. Holly keeps watch as Quinn works and Dare edits her podcast. Just as they discover an old golden keyhole, making them think the room might be from the Arrington family's time instead of Atheline's or Eileen's, Miss E's, Waffles starts growling at Quinn as if he doesn't recognize her. Then Kathy starts coming up the stairs. The girls hide evidence of their discovery and dash to Dare's room before they hear Kathy walk down the hallway. Then they hear her coming back. She has found Dare's hidden video camera and tells her she doesn't mind it, but that Rose will. Rose won't want her searching for ghosts. Wait, how does Kathy know that's what she's doing? She's a subscriber! Maybe.
Like
hopefully.
And subscribe. The girls split up after this, Holly to take a nap. Oh, nap.
I
Sounds
know, right?
Really nice.
Yeah.
Oh, all over that. Anyway, and Quinn to take some pictures of the outside of the house so she can paint them. Dare and Waffles tag along. Dare sees portraits of the Arrington family that were painted on the grounds, and now Quinn wants to take photos and then create watercolours from them. They take some serious photos and then goof around with selfies, one resulting in a kiss on Dare's cheek. Ooh. Quinn starts to bring up their almost kiss, but then Waffles goes crazy, barking at a pigeon. Oh, Waffles, you cock blocker. Is it cock blocking?
Well, yes and no. Cock blocking is universally understood to fit this role, but I did spend an inordinate amount of time, I'm glad you brought this up, whilst writing this summary, trying to find the female equivalent. And there is an entire Reddit thread that goes on for way too long with many, many options. Clam jam.
Do you have a favourite? Clam jam.
Clam
that
jam.
Sounds like a party, not a cock block equivalent.
Yeah, there were so many.
Would you like to come to my clam jam?
Yeah.
And that's just an all girl orgy.
Right.
If listeners have any equivalent, let us know.
I mean, I can pull up that Reddit thread again and just read them all to you if you want that to happen. But I mean, like, the summary's kind of long.
Session.
We
maybe
should probably
discussion.
We should probably just move on.
That's a bonus episode. Anyway, unfortunately, the pigeon then does the ultimate horror movie thing and smashes into the attic window. According to all the movies, that means somebody is about to die.
Oh!
Is it? Or is the bird just a bit dumb?
Probably that. I hope it doesn't mean that someone's about to die, because birds fucking fly into the windows of my house all the time.
I don't reckon that. I mean, that's probably in the movies, but like in real life, if birds are flying into your windows, that generally means your windows are clean.
Yeah. Or they're really big.
Or they're really big and really clean.
Yeah.
So let's go with that.
Okay. The next day, Dare, Holly, and Kathy sort through the things in the attic. Dare wants to find the key to the hidden door or any clues about Atheline, and she also wants a moment to talk to Kathy, who she's been suspicious of ever since she talked about her hidden camera. Holly wants to find something she can restore for the museum using her antiquing skills. Kathy wants to find items they can put in the museum, things that they can donate, and things that are trash. Dare finds some old letters or notes, or maybe diary pages, but nothing in them is really juicy, but she wants to keep them to read more thoroughly. She also finds some daguerreotypes of the Arringtons that would go great in the museum.
While Holly is still busy looking through things, Dare talks to Kathy about the families that lived in the house, and Miss E and tricks her into revealing that she is C-Suite 412. She tells Dare she is doing a good job with the podcast and should reach out to Miss E's daughter Megan, though it might be a dead end. The bells for the servant call box tinkle while they're talking, which is it's weird because the wires have supposedly been cut.
Oh, and it's also tinkly. No. Ugh.
It's also tinkly and it's just plain creepy. Holly has found something creepier. A nightmare of a doll with missing eyes and scraggly hair and something rattling around inside. She has found what she's going to restore. No, you bury it.
No.
Or burn it.
Both. No.
Don't restore the creepy, probably possessed doll.
No.
Ugh.
It's a horrible idea.
Terrible.
Ugh.
Or you put it in a museum as is and charge people a ridiculous amount of money to come and ghost hunt it.
Yes. I'm
looking at you, Annabelle Roberts the doll.
That's probably the best option, I think. Later, Dare goes outside to try to call Megan like Kathy suggested. She runs into Rose first and then hears someone say her name.
Say your name, say your name.
But Rose doesn't seem to have heard it, and I don't think it had anything to do with Beyonce.
Oh.
So Dare tries not to think about it. She shares about some non-specific attic finds and the daguerreotypes and thinks to ask Rose if the Arringtons had a skeleton key made for the house. Of course, thinking about the locked door, but making up some, locked chunks in the attic. Rose didn't know if there's a key or not, and she seems a little wary of Dare, but is also impressed by the skeleton key question.
Every time I think of skeleton key, I always think that it's a key that looks like a skeleton.
I wish it did.
And not just a boring regular key.
Yeah.
Anyways, when Rose goes back inside, Dare looks at the house and realises that there are no trees near her room, which doesn't make sense because she swears she heard branches scraping in the night. Then she hears Waffles growling and swears she sees a girl, but not just any girl. She thinks she saw Atheline. She goes to investigate but only finds a deer corpse floating in the lake. They aren't the same thing.
Not the same.
Atheline was not a deer corpse.
No, she was not a deer woman. She was not related to deer at all.
No. She was not deer-like, deer-kind, or were-deer of any sort.
No. Dare gets in touch with Megan, and they have plans to meet at a coffee shop in a few days. Now it's time to clean and sort the things they found in the attic, but Holly's creepy doll does not make an appearance. She seems more interested in the paranormal, though, so they talk about that, and then end up crowded around Dare's phone later, watching Dare and Quinn's favorite show, Grave Encounters, introducing it to Holly.
I want to watch Grave Encounters.
I know! Yes! It's a perfect, slumber party. Let's all get together and watch a spooky show.
Yes. When she goes to bed that night, she starts to read some of the papers from the attic, but then Dare wonders if rats are making the scratching sounds that she hears. As she's good and creeped out, Quinn comes in, also freaked out. Now outside they hear a crying sound that must be coyotes. It's just gotta be. She asks if she can stay the night, and they end up doing quite a bit of smooching.
The next day, the girls are meant to be painting one of their rooms, but Kathy makes them stop when they realize the ceiling is leaking because it is a moist house.
Mm-hmm.
Holly starts a brief paint fight to stop the cuteness overload happening between Dare and Quinn, and then the girls go for showers. Holly first because she's the messiest. While she is showering, Dare plans to look at the letters and papers she took from the attic. But then Quinn starts screaming.
Dare rushes to Quinn's room and Holly joins a little bit later. Quinn's expensive watercolours are all squeezed out of their tubes. There's a huge puddle in the floor, and scrawled on the wall, hopefully in paint and not blood, is "The girls are never gone."
The title!
Who could have done this? Not Quinn, Dare or Holly. Not Rose either. She wouldn't ruin her own house. It must be Kathy. But why would she do that? Quinn makes one more suggestion. It was a ghost! But Dare, hoping to be reassuring, tells her ghosts aren't real. Oh, but what about your podcast on YouTube, Dare? Uh-oh. Quinn slams the door on Dare and Holly.
Oh. A couple days later, Quinn takes Dare to the coffee shop to interview Megan. Holly was supposed to come too, but she started feeling sick, worried that when she nearly drowned, she must have swallowed some lake water and it is making her ill. Dare leaves Waffles behind with Holly to keep her company, trusting her constant glucose monitor will be enough to monitor her sugar level. I mean, can I just say here that, yeah, it's enough. I mean, I appreciate Waffles, but UCGM is enough, man. Sorry.
Just saying.
Just saying. The car ride is a little awkward, but it seems that things are better between the two now. Dare enters the shop first and gets coffee and pastries for herself and Megan and sends a secret copy to Quinn, who is discreetly listening from another table. Before the interview starts, Dare is approached by strange Virginia fans and is asked for her autograph, and it is so cute, and I wish that it would happen in real life. To us, I mean.
Yes.
Although I did get asked for my autograph once when I met Corey, superfan Corey, secret superfan behind the scenes Corey, when I met her in real life. She asked me to sign her bosom.
Nice.
I know. It's fun.
Usually that's not the first place you get asked to, in like the first fan meeting, but yeah, okay. Megan opens up to Dare easily about her mum Eileen, Miss E, and about the house. Apparently when Eileen was a teenager and long before she owned the house, one of her friends, Scarlett, lived there, but she disappeared, likely drowned, but her family wouldn't investigate. Eventually they moved away, and later on, after Atheleen's family left, Eileen bought the property, maybe hoping to find her friend. Why wouldn't you investigate? That's dodgy.
The lake's too big.
Nah, you've
That's
murdered
weird.
her.
Something bad.
Her.
Something bad
Clearly.
had to happen.
That's bad crack right there.
Yeah. Megan then describes a time later on when she, her wife, and their daughter came to visit. She was giving her daughter a bath when all of a sudden, Ghostbusters 2 style, sludge started pouring from the tap. And Amanda really enjoys this because Ghostbusters 2 is her favorite film. At bedtime, she went to check on her daughter, and her toys were flying around in the air. When she came in, her daughter said she made the skeleton girl go away. Fucking yikes.
I mean, everybody's got to have an imaginary friend at some point. It's a bit rude.
Skeletons, though?
Yeah, it's fine.
I mean, I would be friends with a
Scully
skeleton.
Joe is judging you right now.
I mean, I've got Samuel Von Bones back here, too. I would be friends with a skeleton now. But,
Exactly.
I mean, baby friends with a skeleton? That's...
Why not? Don't be judgy.
I'm sorry. I'm judging friendships. I shouldn't do it. You're right. I apologize, everyone.
Megan then wraps up the story with her mom declining into dementia, getting a lot of cameras on the property to hopefully find someone who used to come on the grounds back before her friend Scarlett died, and then started saying things like, "She's not sorry," Megan thinking she was speaking about herself in the third person. She also said she was there, she saw everything. Was someone there when Kathleen died? She would also say she was worried that whoever bought the house next wouldn't let the right ones in, whatever that means.
Yikes.
Dare is a little bummed because after the interview, she has so many more questions than answers.
Yikes. Dare and Quinn tell Holly everything they learned when they get back, but they're worried about her because she seems worse. She's happy to help them solve their mysteries, but needs a nap first. She's taking another nap? I mean, that's worrisome.
No,
but I would
think
take a
it's just
million
about right.
naps. I will take a million naps.
I would have multiple naps a day given the option.
Yeah. As Dare and Quinn leave Holly's room, Dare swears she hears the creepy eyes rolling around inside the creepy doll that Holly has with her in her room. Don't sleep with that doll, man.
No.
Don't put it in your bed.
Yuck. It's not hygienic at all.
No.
In Dare's room, she looks at her podcast statistics and sees that a really popular show has followed her and given her a shout out, and her downloads are now in the thousands, and people are clamouring for the next episode. Quinn comes in and celebrates with her, and they decide that they want to try to get to know each other more and go slowly this time. No kissing!
I mean, that's respectable.
Yeah.
But also, like, can I just say,
Kiss.
I think that I am Dare. Because I am constantly checking podcast statistics. Multiple times a day. How many listens do we have today? How many listens have we had this week? How many listens have we had this month? Did we pick up any new subscribers? And yes, it's really fun to see when that happens. And I can tell where they're from. So, like, recently we picked up a new listener in Virginia. And it's so fun because there's like, there's 100 downloads from Virginia right here at one point. Like, okay. So you just went back and downloaded everything that is available to you.
I quite enjoyed that when you sent me it and I looked and I was like, hang on, how popular are we in Hong Kong?
I know. I love it. I love it. So Hong Kong listeners, we appreciate you.
Yes.
Or listener, if it's just the one. Like, contact us. We'll say hi. We'll send you a treasure in the mail.
It could be one person plays it on the speaker to 100 people. And if that's the case, can everybody like and subscribe and give us a 5-star review, please?
Yeah. And can everyone give us $1 on Patreon?
Yeah.
Anyway, Dare needs to change her insulin pump. And while she does, Quinn goes to the kitchen for a snack. Dare's focused on needles and pump stuff when Quinn comes back in and brushes her fingers through Dare's hair and down her neck. And then Quinn comes in.
What?
Nah, dog.
Nah.
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 Dare looks up to see that Quinn is in the doorway and has a weird double shadow that backs out into the hall.
Do not like.
Thank you. Dare tries to chase it and capture it, but can't. She still doesn't want to believe what happened, but what else could it be? Quinn orders some crystals from the internet to keep them safe, and then, Waffles has an accident on the bed, and she sits in it. Dare changes the bedding while Quinn takes a shower. But then she starts screaming. How many paragraphs end with, and then she starts screaming?
And then she starts
And then the screaming starts.
So much screaming. Well, this time, Quinn is screaming because there's a snake in the bathtub. Luckily,
there's a snake in my boots. Sorry.
Luckily, it isn't a harmful one, and it is taken outside and everyone settles back in for bed. Dare decides to edit the interview with Megan, but as she nears the end with the creepiest stuff, she hears a whispery voice in her headphones say, "Leave, Dare. She won't save you either." Nah.
No!
Nah, dog.
Ah!
And then the screaming started. Dare listens back and only hears the interview. No extra voice. Dare tells herself she's just tired and she didn't hear anything that means anything. And even if she did, she's not going to leave her friends. Okay. Well, after a quick snack to raise her low sugar level, Dare finally goes to sleep.
Look, I enjoy when I'm editing and I hear something weird happening in the background. Like, that's fun. It's really fun to hear. Like, sometimes for some reason, I can hear my watch ticking, and, and I can edit that out. One time, I swear to Lucifer, I heard your heartbeat, so that was also a fun day. But, like, if someone other than us speaks whilst editing, I would pee myself. I would be like Waffles. I would just pee the bed right there. No.
That's so funny.
No, thank you. Okay. Dare goes to sleep and falls straight into a nightmare. She sees an argument. I mean, it's me. I have nightmares every fucking night. She sees an argument between two dark-haired teen girls, one older and one younger. The younger one appears to be in some kind of trance that the older one is trying to break her out of. The younger walks purposefully toward the lake that looks like it's surging and overflowing, and the older rushes toward it and clambers into a rowboat, heading for a glowing green light in the center of the churning lake. She dives into the middle, resurfaces, screaming, holding what looks like crumpled paper, and then sinks again. Dare looks around for help and then sees several skeletal girls standing in a row, watching. The younger girl then snaps out of her trance, screaming for Atheline, and a body washes to shore, back to its normal depth. Dare grabs a skeletal hand, but wakes before she sees Atheline's face.
I mean, good times.
I mean, that's a very, like, active nightmare.
It's very active.
Yeah. I like it. I mean, I don't like it. I wouldn't like it to happen to me. And now it probably will.
Most of my dreams are usually I wake up going, what the hell? That was weird.
Ugh, I have nightmares, like, every night.
Which is why you need more naps.
Yeah, which is why I am Dare.
Dare wakes up to a cold water dripping on her face. The house is peeing on her. She looks at the ceiling for the new leak and freaks out when she sees Atheline's body floating above her, a horrible stench wafting around her, reaching for her with broken, muddy hands as she slowly falls, telling Dare to run, go. Dare really wakes up then and realises she's been crying, Waffles nudging her side. Oh, good doggo. Her sugar level is high and her insulin pump is dead. The stench is still there. Dare goes, the stench could be Waffles farts or Dare farts.
It could be.
To be perfectly fair.
It could be.
Dare goes to the bathroom, but in the mirror she sees what looks like Quinn reaching out to strangle her. She whips around. No one is there. Dare calls out to Atheline and Scarlet, telling them to talk to her, to pull her hair, to scream at her, anything to prove they are really there. Is Dare starting to believe in ghosts? No, but she thinks the house wants her to. I don't see the difference. She can't let the house win. Wait, what? Why is she thinking that?
Oh, because she believes in ghosts.
She's so messed up in the noggin about it.
It's probably because her sugar level's so high. Because her insulin pump is broken.
Exactly. So her sugar levels are high. She's just had a horrible nightmare.
A double nightmare.
A double nightmare. She's in a moist house that's probably mouldy and filled with toxins.
Yeah. None of it's good.
No, it's bad for your health. She's going to get a respiratory issue along with her diabetes to make things even worse. And 99% of what's happening is completely explainable. I am #Team Skeptic.
Right. Dare doesn't sleep after that, and instead watches the videos from her hidden camera, hoping to find anything ghostly, but doesn't. Womp womp. The next morning, she goes outside to call for a new insulin pump and notices the lake has risen quite a bit since she was last outside. Phone call completed and new pump on the way, which I'm really pleased that it was able to happen that quickly, because literally while I was writing the summary for this episode, my insulin pump broke and I had to get callbacks to try to get a new one, and it took many days. And I could have
Amazoned it.
died. No, you can't do that.
Oh.
Can't do that. Yeah. Anyway, Dare goes back inside. Rose is awake already, still shaky from the snake the night before. She was bitten by a venomous snake when she was a kid, so no thanks.
No.
Nah.
Everyone else is still asleep, so Dare finally gets the interview edited and then finally looks at the letters and diary entries from the attic. There's a note from the father of the Arrington household trying to sell his boat after an accident. Then there are entries about a bratty girl called Hetty that she saw in earlier entries, but now the brattiness seems psychopathic.
Yes.
There's an entry about Hetty's sisters probably purposely forgetting her birthday sail around the lake and all the perceived slights against her. Then she vows she'll curse them, and their screams and tears will drain them dry as they give her their strength. What?
Yikes.
Wow.
Fucking yikes.
Talk about escalation. Dare hears someone say her name, so she goes downstairs to get to work for the day. It's very clear that her friends were nowhere around, and they did not call her name. It was Beyonce. Say my name, no one is around you. Say baby, boo.
Ooh. Diabetes!
Ghost bothering, podcasting.
While they work painting another room, Quinn shows Dare and Holly a cute picture of them from the other day when they were painting, but there's an extra shadow with them. Dare debunks it as a coat rack, but is curious about Quinn. Sometimes she seems terrified of the house, like right now, but other times she seems like she loves it, like when she wanted to create watercolors of it. They are all mostly satisfied with the debunking, though Holly mentions wanting her to figure out why her room is colder than everyone else's, and Quinn brings up the shower tapping. This shower touching. I have to call it shower touching from now on. But then the servant call bells go off again. How are you going to debunk that one?
Well, the reason that her room is colder is called insulation, or lack thereof.
Yeah, I mean, it's an old house. We've already discussed this. And,
the windows don't fit.
And maybe her room is more moist than others, which could cause it to be chillier.
If it's on a corner where it's quite like the windy corner of the house as well. My bedroom used to be on the windy corner, and that was always colder.
Yeah.
So, yeah. The girls go rushing upstairs to try to find whoever is ringing the call bells. Kathy left dumbfounded with cookies and lemonade in their wake. They know the call came from the level where their rooms are, but no one knows which room is which on the supposedly disabled system. The last room they check is Quinn's, and there they find a new painting. Creepy mermaids have been scrawled on the walls, along with the words, "They're never sorry." As Dare looks closer, a bottle of black paint hits the wall and explodes right next to her head. She was looking at Quinn when it happened. So did Holly do it? No way, that's not possible. Dare thinks again about Kathy maybe painting it. But that's impossible too.
Dare thinks, then, about Megan's interview and Eileen saying she's not sorry. Eileen wasn't talking about herself in third person. There really must have been someone else there when Atheline died. Are they still in the house? Are they in the locked room? Are they living in the walls, the boy style? Quinn says she'll get her mom's keys to see if there's one that opens the door, but Holly doesn't want to get involved. She just wants the internship to go well so she can get out of this small town. Dare is worried about her because she still doesn't look very good, but they let her go without a fight. Dare decides to make a post on her podcast asking for local knowledge about what's going on. Surely someone knows something.
The next day, Dare's insulin pump arrives, and as she sets it up, Quinn tells her that her mom wants to talk to everyone, and it seems serious. Maybe she realised they've been searching her things for the skeleton key. Before they have this meeting, Dare and Quinn go through the video footage from the night before, but there isn't any. It's been deleted. Ghosts probably don't know how to work video cameras. Probably.
I mean, they sure do know how to drain batteries and break insulin pumps.
Hmm.
The meeting is to tell them that they are ending the internship early at the end of the week. There are too many things going wrong that will require paid contractors and repairmen to fix. Dare asks about the call system, but Rose confirms that the electricians that were there checked again and all the wires were cut. Rose also says that the lake is becoming too turbulent and it's just not safe for them to be there anymore. Kathy offers them all coffee cake and is sad to see them go and offers to help make arrangements for Dare and Holly when suddenly Holly stands up and vomits disgusting lake water everywhere.
Ew.
Nah. Rose is clearly freaked out and dismisses the girls as Kathy helps Holly up to her room. As Dare, Quinn, and Waffles go to check on Holly, the servant call box goes off again. Quinn spent some time mapping the system since the last time it went off. The call is coming from Holly's room.
Ooh. Holly smiles when they ask her about pushing the button for the call system. Kathy touched it with her butt, fluffing her pillows before she left. Yes, that is hilarious. But the system should be disabled. Dare gets Holly some toast, and they leave her to rest.
She's taking her 17th nap of the week, and it's only Tuesday.
Highly jealous. So jealous.
In the hallway, Dare plans to call her mom, but Quinn stops her and tells her she's changed her mind about taking things slowly, especially now that Dare will be leaving soon. They plan to have an indoor candlelit picnic and spend quality time together after Dare calls her mom. The girls are super cute and dance and kiss, and then Dare touches Quinn's shoulder and she winces. She has bruises from whatever grabbed her in the shower that morning that she didn't say anything about. And it's in the literal shape of a hand. Quinn gets back to dancing and tells Dare she wants to have a relationship with her when suddenly a gust of wind rushes in through the window. Dare goes to close it when she sees Atheleen's reflection, smiling and laughing, water pouring out of her mouth.
Fun.
I mean, I love it. But like, if it was me seeing it, I would be like, shit, nah. No.
I would like to think if it was me seeing it, I'd be like, get a camera!
Well, yeah, obviously, that's what we would do. But, there would be screaming first. Because there's always the screaming.
There was screaming.
And then there was screaming.
And while the screaming, Quinn turns the lights on, clearly not having seen Atheling like Dare did. They try to clean up the water that got inside and then take Holly some more toast. Their cute picnic over. Quinn kisses Dare's cheek before they go in, though. They spend the night together in Dare's room, talking. Waffles snuggle between them. Dare startles awake when she gets an alert on her phone. It's not her sugar level like she thought. It's an email replying to her plea for information. The emailer, Ivy Beanart, says Dare should look into Brian McDougall, the police officer who was there the night Atheling died, and gives her his phone number.
Someone comes into the room, but it's not Quinn returning from a walk with Waffles like Dare thinks. It's Holly. She's feeling better and was going to go for a run, but the downstairs is completely flooded, and she came to tell Dare about it. They go look around and see Quinn outside, walking into the lake with Waffles' empty collar and leash in her hand. Look, I am not a dog person, but no.
You mess with my dog, I would mess you up. I don't even have a dog.
They rush outside. Waffles, good boy that he is, barking safely from shore. And they go into the water to stop Quinn, who doesn't seem to hear them. They are about waist deep when they catch up to her. Dare shakes her arm, asking what she's doing, but then something grabs her ankle and yanks her under so hard that her head crashes against the bottom of the lake.
Yikes.
Ugh.
Dare is being pushed by unseen hands, held under the water until Holly pulls her up. Quinn is still zoned out, but they manage to make it back to shore. Waffles is there growling at Quinn, or at her second shadow that Dare sees, then watches as it merges with Quinn's actual shadow. They have some tea once they make it back inside, but then Dare spews lake water, thinking the house has infected us all.
No.
The lake's infected you all. You're all spewing up freaking lake water.
No.
It's unhygienic.
Ugh. And they're not turning into some horrific, beautiful sea monster like in They Bloom at Night. It's
exactly. It's very
It's not even worth it.
No.
Holly goes to her room to pack and suggests Quinn and Dare do too, but Dare feels like she still needs to solve all the mysteries in the house. Quinn goes for a shower and Dare goes into Holly's room and sees the creepy doll at her bedside, covered with mold.
Ew.
No. Holly flips, overprotective of the doll, and yanks it away from Dare, putting it on the shelf. She says she's still going to repair it for the museum because it's not like anyone can ever leave this house anyway. Then she slams it on a shelf, but it topples and falls, and when it shatters, it seems like something breaks in Holly, too. She corrects herself. It's not like anyone can ever leave the town. Not the house, the town.
Right. Okay.
And then she leaves the room when Quinn comes in. Dare looks at the broken doll and sees that what she thought were its eyes rattling around inside. You know, they were there. But along with them is a key.
Dare and Quinn immediately open the hidden door, stopping to grab Dare's camera first so she can document everything. Holly catching up. They go inside a very 90s teen girls' room. Athleen's. There are clothes hanging in the closet, books on the shelves, lots of beautiful watercolour paintings, including mermaids that look like mermaids painted on Quinn's walls, and photos and frames on the desk. The photos are of Athleen's growing up, but when they look closer, they say Athleen's little sister's face has been scratched out of the mole. Who would have done that, and why?
It's a good question. Another question that I have, in addition to who would have done that, because that's weird. Does she have the clear telephone that lights up when people call? Does she have that in her room?
Yes, yeah. And boy band posters.
I was going to ask you, who is on the posters on the wall? Because there are posters on the wall, everyone. It is mentioned. There are posters on the wall. Who's in her posters? JTT? Devon Sawa? Saved by the Bell? The Saved by the Bell cast? These are all posters that I had in my room. I'm just naming them all out right now.
I didn't read any posters.
Did you have the clear phone at least?
No, didn't have.
Come on, Claire.
I'm British. We don't do that.
You just had tea and crumpets in your room then?
Yes, of course. We had a full tea service in every room.
No,
we had two phones. We had an upstairs phone and downstairs phone. Yes, on every surface. And you know, the upstairs phone was in my mum's room, the downstairs phone was in the hallway, and that's it. That's all we had. I don't know anybody else who had any more than a couple of phones in the house. You've got to remember, British houses are a heck of a lot smaller than American houses. There's absolutely no call to have too many. I don't know. Oh, there's got to be something stylized. There's always got to be like an art photograph or art print.
Yeah.
That makes you feel like you're being all, you know, grown up or something.
Glamour shots.
So like the Empire State Building or something.
They're glamour shots.
Yeah.
We need glamour shots.
Yeah.
We need glamour shots of ourselves at this point, I think.
And there's got to be a movie poster for something. I'm hoping Ghostbusters 2 in this instance.
It would be
for
really
the meta
good.
of it all.
Yeah. Anyway, Under the bed, they find several boxes. One has CDs, one that Quinn recognizes as one her mom played for her when she was little to soothe her. Oh, millennial moms. Still loving those 90s jams? It's me. I'm not a mom, but I still love my 90s jams.
Oh, well, then this is where it's me.
Yes. Another box hidden back in the corner is one that really helps them. It's research that Atheline did about the ghost haunting the house, who seems to travel in the water. The deaths go all the way back to Henrietta Hetty Arrington, who died in a boat accident. The girls remember reading about her in her diary entries and how much she seemed to hate her sisters. Atheline noted several deaths over the years and has discovered that each girl who died was the same age as each of Henrietta's sisters. Atheline realized that Scarlett's ghost, the last girl who died, seemed to be doing Henrietta's bidding and was after Atheline's little sister, Gussie, Augusta, and she vowed to stop her or die trying. Well, she did one of those things.
And then the screaming started.
And then the screaming.
After this discovery, the bells start going off and Quinn swears it's the tune from that 90s jam. Then stuff starts flying around the room. Holly yells at Hetty and Quinn joins in, telling her to let Atheline go. Then Atheline flickers and appears. It's definitely the same girl Dare has seen in her dreams, which means she's seen Atheline's little sister too. Dare has to admit to herself that ghosts are real. Atheline disappears and books start flying at them, and Dare asks her to help them stop Henrietta. Everything goes quiet, and then they hear footsteps. Real human footsteps coming up the stairs. Quickly they rush outside of the room and hide the door again, just as Rose walks up the stairs. I'm sorry, all that noise and you think you're going to get away with it? Come on.
Rose asks them if they heard the bells again too, and they say that they did, and they are helping Holly pack up her stuff so she can go ahead and leave because she's feeling sick. A story Dare makes up on the spot. Rose tries to talk her out of leaving because her parents are still out of town like they have been all the time that Holly has been there. And when she reaches Holly, Holly seems to pass out into her arms. At first, they were faking Holly being sick, but this seems real. They carry her to her room for a nap.
Quinn tries to talk to her mom into getting them all out of there now and to a motel, but Rose has more contractors coming in the morning and has put too much into the house to abandon it. But if Quinn wants to just give up, she can.
No.
Quinn quickly changes her mind, confusing Dare, but she explains later that she can't let her mom down. Dare realises she can't let Quinn down, or her listeners, or herself, so she decides to stay too. Plus, none of them have really gotten to her, actually hurt her. Maybe Atheline is helping as best as she can to stop them from drowning like she did her own sister. Sorry, she did for her own sister.
She did not drown her sister.
No.
That's not what happened.
No.
Dare then gets a text from Brian McDougal, the police officer from Atheline's disappearance. He agrees to meet up with Dare at an auto repair shop not too far from Arrington Estate the next day. Hopefully, he'll know something about Augusta, Atheline's little sister, and maybe if Dare can find her, it will make Hetty and Atheline be able to rest. Her mom will be there to pick her up later the next day, so Dare hopes she can get everything wrapped up in time. She doesn't want to leave the mystery unsolved. After helping Kathy for a bit, Dare takes Waffles out for a potty break, and he jumps into the lake after doing his business. When he comes back out, he's got a bone in his mouth. A human jawbone, complete with teeth.
Oh, good doggo. The police arrive shortly to retrieve the bone, Rose being terse with them and Holly making everyone drinks. Dare escorts them out when their short investigation is over and asks about Officer McDougal. She learns that he is indeed a real person, and he's a good guy, retired from the force, which should assuage Holly's fears because she didn't even think he was real. Before they leave, she suggests that the bone might belong to Scarlet, so at least they might start their search with her.
After helping Kathy secure more things so the contractors can get to work as soon as possible, the girls go to Dare's room to sleep, skipping showers just in case the water-traveling theory Atheline had is correct, which it obviously is. Dare records the room as they sleep, but as soon as she dozes off, she falls into another nightmare.
This one picks up right where the last one left off, reaching into the lake to pull Athleen's corpse out, but instead of Athleen's little sister being there next to her, Dare looks over to see Rose, and then the body in the lake is Holly. And then Quinn is there, creepy smile plastered on her face as she pushes Dare in. Dare wakes up in the bathtub as it fills with murky lake water, a digital camera still in her hand, now ruined. Quinn rescues her and they spend the rest of the night talking. Holly didn't even wake up.
She didn't have...
I'm a deep sleeper at times.
She didn't have many naps that day.
No. God, I could kill for a nap right now.
Dare wakes the next morning and helps out around the house, waiting for the time for her appointment with Brian McDougal. Quinn is already helping Kathy when she wakes, and Holly is still sleeping. Rose is out, trying to find someone to help with the house because the contractors never showed. Kathy has decided to hang a cross on the wall and salt the doorways, supernatural Winchester style, because she clearly knows something is going on in the house. They move furniture out of one of the flooded rooms, but then the ceiling starts leaking and the chandelier falls, and Quinn is right underneath it. Atheline's ghost appears before Dare can get there and pulls Quinn out of the way. But why? And then the screaming starts.
After everything calms down, it's time for Dare to meet with Officer McDougal. But Quinn doesn't want to go with her and doesn't even want her to go at all, while Dare wants them all to leave and not come back. Conflict of interests here. Quinn asks if Dare saw Atheline and says that she's got to stay because of family. And yeah, Rose has put a lot into the house, so Dare understands. No. Sometimes you gotta get out. Screaming.
Yeah. Dare asked Kathy to borrow her van to go into town to get diabetes supplies before her mom gets there later that night. She takes the keys, and she and Waffles head out. Not to get diabetes supplies, because just so everyone knows, you can't really buy those in the store.
Is diabetes supplies just not like snacks?
It could be. She takes the keys, and she and Waffles head out. When they arrive at a vacant auto shop, it looks completely run down and super sketchy. And then the screaming starts. A car pulls up right after Dare arrives, and it is not an older version of the Officer McDougal that Dare looked up online. It's Rose.
Oh. That's not right. Rose tells Dare that Brian McDougal was a family friend who he asked her to meet with Dare, and that she has information about Augusta. They need to talk quickly. Inside the old garage. Yeah, that's not sketchy at all. Unfortunately, Dare doesn't spray Rose with the pepper spray she brought with her and gets locked up inside the old garage. She left Waffles in the van with her air conditioner on, so he'll be okay for a little while at least. Dare pulls out her recorder and starts shouting questions at Rose about her actually being Augusta, because of course she is! And then another car pulls up. It's Quinn. Dare shouts for Quinn, telling her her mom is Gussie, and she was planning on letting Hetty have her, or Holly, or maybe even Quinn herself, to try to get her sister back, or at least to let her sister rest.
No! No! Do not give your daughter to a ghost. That's not okay.
Fictional Hangover, do not endorse you giving your daughter to ghosts.
No! Finally, Rose tells the whole story about how the ghost girl in the mirror was really nice to her until she turned 12 and the ceiling and floor started leaking in her room. And then she started sleepwalking. Atheline was very smart and creative, just like Quinn, Rose makes sure to add in. And she figured out Hetty's curse. She knew Gussie would be the next one taken, so she went out into the middle of the lake herself in a rowboat the night Gussie walked out there. She planned to confront Scarlet and Hetty, but she got taken instead. Gussie's parents moved and divorced after that, and she stayed with her mom and took her new stepfather's last name. She's been trying to come back and help Atheline ever since. She was the woman lurking around that creeped Eileen out, telling her to let the right ones in. She bought the house as soon as she could, and now she's going to break the curse by sacrificing her daughter.
And
Stop
the screaming
it.
started.
Screaming.
Dare, Quinn, and Waffles drive back to Arrington House, followed closely by Rose. Dare's sugar level is over 200 because she's stressed as fuck and
Yes!
angry.
Yes!
Rightly so.
Real.
Rightly so.
That's real, everyone. Real.
So she takes a little insulin to help her get back in control. To add more stress, because that's exactly what you need right now, she has a million things going through her head about Rose and about Quinn. Did Quinn know about her mom? Was she in on it the whole time? Quinn's apology for bringing Dare into this whole situation doesn't help, even if she really is just talking about commenting on the podcast, leading Dare to want to come to investigate. All Dare wants is to get Kathy and Holly out of the house and stop screaming.
When they arrive, Dare asks Quinn to stay in the van, but of course she doesn't. A huge storm rumbles overhead, rain pouring down. The house is full-on haunted now, with lights flickering all over the place and water spilling out from all the windows like little waterfalls and all the screaming. Dare starts to go inside, but looks outside first, knowing that Hetty will have lured Holly to the lake. She and Quinn find Holly on the dock, completely unresponsive, wind gusting, storm thrashing, and the lake sloshing all around her. Unfortunately, at this exact moment, Dare's sugar level starts to drop because of course it does. Real. That's real. She eats the last 3 glucose tablets she always has with her, hoping it will be enough to help her save her friends.
After trying and failing to get Holly's attention, and she swims toward the centre of the lake and the eerie green Hetty at its centre, Dare and Quinn go for the rowboat that is tied nearby. Unfortunately, Rose gets there too. She won't let them take the boat, but after some fighting, they manage it, leaving Rose behind to dwell on the fact that she basically tried to sacrifice her daughter's actual life for her sister's afterlife. That's messed up.
That's not okay. It's not okay.
No,
it's really, really not okay.
It's really messed up.
Yeah. Dare's sugar level has not recovered and is instead dropping lower, which is the realest fucking thing. And I hate it. But also I love it because it's real. She and Quinn row out toward the center of the lake, but they lose both of their oars in the turbulence, and then the boat flips over. With Dare's sugar level so low, she can barely do anything, least of all save the day. But Quinn reaches out for her with a new pack of glucose tablets in hand. Aww. They get back on the boat, and Dare tries to recover, but then a ghostly apparition of Atheline appears. Quinn shouts for her aunt, hoping to break through to her, but Dare sees Hetty behind her in the green circle of lake, gleefully puppeting Atheline. Then Dare sees Rose, swimming straight toward the ghosts, and Holly, too. Holly is reaching for Atheline, but Rose gets to her sister first and hugs her. Suddenly, the screaming starts. No, suddenly, everything goes dark.
The storm breaks and everything returns to normal. The lake recedes and calms down, and Dare and Quinn are able to row to shore where they find Holly. When they get to her, she spits out water and sits up, acting like her old self again, complaining about getting out of this town. Waffles and Kathy are there too, perfectly fine. Well, Kathy was knocked out outside the backyard, but Waffles rescued her and now she's fine. The only person who doesn't seem to be anywhere is Rose. But then they see two figures walk out of the lake hand in hand, Athleen and Gussie. They walk together, laughing and happy, into their house, gliding through the closed front door. Holly decides to walk home and takes off, but Dare makes a promise to stay in touch, and she agrees. Quinn is pretty devastated, but Kathy promises to take care of her until they can figure out what to do next.
Attachments, Season 1, Episode 6. A little bit of time has passed since Dare's time at Arrington Estate, and it's time to wrap things up. Only 6 episodes? Look, we're at 400. You got to step up your game.
Yeah, I think that's my surprise, actually.
Rose had a memorial service that Dare did not attend, but Quinn sent a video and it was lovely. Dare and Quinn are not together, but they have plans to meet up before Halloween, so there's always hope. Kathy has started her own paranormal investigating group in New Hope, the town where Arrington is, and no, listeners, she will not be doing any investigating there. Been there, done that. Waffles is taking swimming lessons and has alerted Dare several times to low sugar levels in the night because he's a good doggo. Dare is in therapy, trying to deal with everything she's seen, and it's helping with her diabetes. The only thing that isn't wrapped up neatly is Holly. She was never seen again after she walked away from the lake. Dare called her parents, and they confirmed that she never came home. Maybe she finally got out of New Hope and wanted to make a clean break. Or maybe she never actually made it out of the lake at all, and she's there, waiting with Hetty for the next young girl to move in. The bank took over the house after Rose's death, but you never know what will happen next. Oh!
And then our screaming starts.
Oh! Diabetes!
Ghost bothering!
Podcasts!
Ooh!
Let's remind everyone here, Claire, before we dig into our discussion about our live 400th episode.
I remember, it's going to be on a Monday.
Yes, Monday, May 25th at 10 a.m. my time.
4 p.m. my time.
Your time.
Yes.
We're going to be joined by our super fans. We're going to be having a chat just about the podcast in general. So that's going to be different than what we're used to.
Books and recommendations. So, I'm sure it'll come with some stuff that we've not covered. That may be of interest. Knowing who's coming.
Yes. Yes. It'll be a lot of fun, I think.
Yes.
And
It'll be a fun retrospective.
Yes. And we haven't done a fun episode like that in a long time. Do you remember our 100th episode and it was horrible?
I think I've forgotten that one.
With all of with everything that I edited out, because I used to save the stuff that I edited out of episodes because what the hell was wrong with me?
Yeah.
I ain't got time
that's
for
when
that.
I used to get regular messages of, I've just bought bigger storage. Just like, learn to delete.
Still need bigger storage, though. It's a lot.
Episode 300 was fun.
Episode 300 was fun. Yes. We read a Choose Your Own Adventure Goosebumps book and each discussed our timelines in the books. That was a lot of fun. Was
that not episode 350?
What was episode 300 then? No, you're right. That was 350. What was 300?
Live and in person.
Oh, God, it was. That was
Thank
300?
you. I knew I was right. I
I feel like in my head, it was like 298 or something.
No, it was definitely new 300.
Wow. That was 100 episodes ago, but was also 2 years ago. Because that's how time works, everyone.
Oh, we finally figured it out.
I know! Shocking! We did discover that it is a flat circle. I can't believe that was episode 300. That doesn't seem real.
I've still got my t-shirt.
Me too.
Good
Did
time.
not make episode 400 t-shirts, though.
No.
Sorry.
That's fine. I'll just wear my episode 300 and stick a 4 over the 3.
Yeah, I think that works. Or the 350, because we have a 350 shirt as well.
That's true, we do.
Yeah. And it was a super fan special, so maybe we should use that one.
Yeah, but the episode 300, right, it's all shiny and special, and there's only 2 kind, whereas the 350s is more. Yeah. Also, I know where my episode 300 t-shirt is. Because I literally had it out the other day.
Yeah.
Edit all this out, you.
No, I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep it
No! Then the screaming started again.
Then the screaming. Okay. Standout moments. Diabetes!
I'm just going to leave it to you. Crack on.
No, I told you, and I told everyone, I'm not going to talk about diabetes all the time. Though I will say that, you know how I mentioned that I have nightmares all the time?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times, my nightmares include me falling into a body of water with my insulin pump. Because yes, theoretically, they're waterproof. But I do not want to test that. No. So in my nightmares, it's me. I fall into the lake and I'm like, oh shit. And then I'm trying to walk through the water and I'm holding my pump up in the air and like trying to keep it dry. It happens so many times. And how many times did Dare fall into the water in this book with her pump on? That was what was really scary for me.
Yeah, I remember when you've like gone it's bodyboarding or something like that on the lakes and stuff, or you remember that time when you had the big donut ring inflatables,
yeah,
and stuff. And I remember you saying how you were concerned about your pump and everything, and you could only do it for a short period of time, and that was before reading this book. And then reading this book, I was going, she's so playing a dangerous game here, getting so wet so often. Like, yes. You do not need to be in a moist house. Because my learning about diabetes is very much from you. And to be honest, I know you said you weren't going to talk about it and fangirl over it that much, but I actually think it's very important that you have this conversation and say, in this book, you saw demonstrations of X, Y, and Z, and this is realistic depiction. Stuff that you don't normally see. So, for example, the pump getting wet so often, it's a dangerous game. But then when we've talked about it through the summary, you're saying stress and anger and worry were all throwing the diabetes crazy. So I think it is worthwhile, as much as you said you weren't going to actually just take a few minutes to actually say, this is realistic, this is accurate, because it's kind of a good educational point. Yeah.
I mean, I shouted about it in the summary, which because it's so real, especially when at the end, when she's going into the water and she's like, okay, well, my sugar level is dropping, so I'm going to eat these glucose tablets. And listeners, glucose tablets are kind of delicious. It's just like a giant, I mean, they're kind of powdery, but like a giant candy. And they have a lot of sugar in them. And her eating 3, like on a normal day, it still would have taken time for her sugar level to come up, of course, because we're all cursed that way. But taking 3, should have done it. But no, friends, because we have to go out into the middle of the lake swimming to rescue people from ghosts. So of course it's not going to come up in time. And just her being, like, after the boat flips over and she's in the lake and she's like, I can barely move. Yep, been there, done that. There have been times where my sugar level has, like, just dropped so low, so fast, that I sit down thinking, okay, I'm just going to rest and catch my breath, and I literally black out and wake up 30 minutes later. She couldn't do that in this situation because she would die. And then the screaming starts. But just the fact that Quinn reaches out with more glucose tablets, like, oh, it's amazing! She's a good friend to have. Especially because, like, she's like, okay, I
imagine them being more gummies.
There are gummies. They do exist. They do exist in gummy form.
Yeah.
But,
I think it's I was thinking, glucose and gelatin for some reason.
That's also a thing. It's in, like, a tube and you squirt it out in your mouth. I feel like the tablets are probably the most standard across the board. In America,
do you have the Love Heart sweets? And they have, like, the little candies, and you get them in little packets. And some might have Love Hearts, and some might say Love You, and some of them might Hug Me.
And they taste like chalk?
Yeah. So similar to that, except more like a granular sugar. That's kind of what I imagined as well. Something that dissolves really super quick.
Yeah, kinda. It's kind of like that.
Yeah.
I always have fruit snacks in my pocket.
Well, that's it. I always think she didn't eat enough fruit snacks for me, but that's because I'm quite used to you sitting there, like, putting a fruit snack in your mouth every now and again.
I'm sorry I've tainted your...
You are my worldview of diabetes.
I'm sorry that I've tainted you.
No.
I am. And I'm a fruit snack person.
That's fine.
You'll find other diabetics have their thing too.
An applesauce.
Do love an applesauce.
Yeah. You've got to find what works for you, though, really.
It's fruit snacks for me. I can eat 2 fruit snacks, and that'll get me right back to where I need to be in about 15
that's important.
Minutes.
Knowing the portion size that works for you as well.
Yes. You have to know your fruit snack to diabetes ratio. It's math. It's constant math, everyone. Just know that as well. That's real. It's constant decision making. Even when you don't realize it, constant. You're always thinking, how is this going to impact me? What is this going to do? Am I going to have a headache later? And
then the screaming starts with all the constant math.
Then the screaming starts. Yes, it's true.
Oh, what was the other bit in the scene? When she changes the needle. And I thought that was really quite well described. Without actually, being a type 1 diabetic. And just that she's still uncomfortable with it, but it needs to be done, but she'd like to do it in the privacy of our bedroom while such was out the room. Yes. I thought that was quite good as well, to actually show this regular everyday upkeep.
Yes, all the time. Something else that I really appreciated about it is her being ashamed of her scars. And that, friends, is why this arm is completely covered in tattoos. And this arm will be eventually one day, because this guy, my constant glucose monitor, which Dare also has, leave scars. And also your infusion sets that you wear leave scars. Just completely covered. I don't like to wear 2-piece bathing suits. Because and even when I was a kid and I was taking actual injections, I would take them most of the time in my stomach. And Dare mentions wearing her infusion set like on her hip because it hurts the least there. That's where I wear mine too. But like if I'm wearing a 2-piece swimsuit and the sun hits my belly, I can see all of those scars. They just light up.
Yeah.
So I don't like it. I'm the same as Dare. I'm proud of her for being brave enough to wear the two-piece bathing suit, to not be ashamed to show off her arms like she discovers herself becoming around Quinn. I really appreciate that.
Yeah. I remember somebody I used to work with, he was type 1, and he injected. And he always was like, do you mind if I inject? Just the first time he'd met you when he was on the team, he would always check, just because some people wig out with needles. And just so you can say, turn your head.
Yeah.
That was simply it. And now nobody was bothered. And he'd just be sitting there, whip his needles out, get his tummy out, whack the needle in, done and dusted in less than 5 seconds. It was not an issue.
Yeah.
So even if you did have a needle ick, you never saw it. It was so quick. But he was very scarred as well. Yeah.
At least now, with insulin pumps being more widely available to people, you don't necessarily always have that stigma anymore. I mean, there are still people who choose to do multiple daily injections rather than have an insulin pump, and you just have to find what works best for you. But, like, I remember when I was still doing shots when I was younger, and, like, doing it at a restaurant, and, like, people would be like, why are you doing that at the table? You should go to the bathroom. Yeah, okay, let me go to the bathroom in a public place to take an injection, because that's sterile. It's great fun. Ooh, and then
so
recently...
stigma over so many medical and perfectly natural things. It's like, that's on you, not on me for having to do it.
Yeah. I remember a few years ago, maybe not even a couple years ago, it's been in the recent past, traveling through airports. And you always have to explain, I have an insulin pump. Like, that's what that is. And then you have to be pulled aside and you have to be tested to make sure that it's not a bomb.
Yeah.
But my insulin pump stopped working. Like, the physical thing didn't break, but my infusion set, like, nothing was working properly and my sugar level was going up like crazy. And so I was in the airport asking, like, I asked just airport staff, like, is there a place I can go to change this all out? Because, like, I mean, me putting my pump in my butt, I have to pull my pants down. I'm not going to do that in public. I'm not going to do that in front of everyone. And they were like, well, just go into the bathroom. Like, no, I'm not going to do that. And also, they didn't understand what diabetes is. They have no clue. So I ended up using a, like, nursing mother's room.
Mm-hmm.
Because that was the only place that wasn't, full of toilets.
Yeah.
That I could change things out. And it was nice. Yeah. It had a sink. I was able to wash my hands. So it was great.
So many places, though, have the nursing mother's rooms, or like the parent-child rooms, and they're attached to the bathrooms in some way.
Yeah.
Like the room next to it. I can understand it from a certain respect that that's the communal area of necessary functions / privacy. But, I mean, to be fair, as a parent as well, if I was sitting in there with my child and you to come in and say I'm going to be changing all that stuff, I'd be like, do you want me to turn my head so you can have privacy while I'm busy doing what I need to do? Because it doesn't bother me.
Yeah. Yeah, but there's also, like, so many supplies and stuff that you have to lay out, and you have to draw up insulin, and you have to, like, it takes up space. You can't just do it easily in a toilet stall.
And even if you were to entertain it to do in a toilet stall, quite often there's not a surface to put it on. No. Not even the seat of a toilet. So what are you supposed to do?
Yeah, it sucks.
It's disgusting.
Don't get diabetes, everyone. That's the
Don't get diabetes, but also everywhere should be more informed on
you can't help it.
People's needs.
Yeah, I mean, that would be great, but
yeah, well, that's on the onus on the employee that they need to. Let's change the world, eh?
Yeah, I
need a fucking regime change. Yes. Anywho, ghosts.
Anyway, yes, let's talk about things other than diabetes that happen in this book. This
Ghosts
one was
happened.
my fictional hangover annotated book club pick, and it has not made its way back to me. So I don't have my copy of it.
Oh,
I know.
I am a very terrible book club member. I was really good all the way through, and I've got to the last book, and I have just not found the time to sit and read it. It is literally sitting with my supplies. Luckily, it's Superfan Constance's book. She knows I've got it, and she
Yeah.
knows she will get it back from me.
Yeah.
And she's fine with that. So, shout out to Superfan Constance for being very, very, very patient. Oh, I haven't got mine back either yet.
Who has yours? Where's yours at?
I have no idea.
I do know who has my book. There was a bit of a kerfuffle at the end there where everybody's books were all over the place and nobody's book was where it was supposed to be. So I ended up with like 4 of them at a time. And I did get mine back, but then I gave it to Glim Glam Jen. And Glim Glam Jen still has it. But I know Glim Glam Jen personally, so I'm not upset that she still has it.
I genuinely don't have any clue who's got mine. It could be on the floor somewhere, in the ground, next to ground knife.
Don't use the ground knife, Claire. We learned that.
Don't use the ground knife. Anywho, ghosts.
Yes, let's talk about ghosts.
Ghosts. I kind of get Dare being completely skeptical and not believing in ghosts, but still being a ghost hunter. I think that's perfectly fine. There's some of the people that I follow on socials and pre-social media invention who are ghost hunters, but ghost hunters, the paranormal investigators, they go perfectly skeptical, perform science to see what's going on. Like, they're mainly parapsychologists with those ones.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I go ghost bothering and I'm completely skeptical. I will say, when you're in the moment and something freaky is happening, your base brain is like, oh my god, it's got to be a ghost. But then when you calm down out of the situation and you really truly assess it, you're like, no, it was... Everybody was breathing mold from the disgustingly moist old basement, or that was quite clearly somebody walking above, or it's a noise from outside. I remember being in Newcastle Castle Keep, and there was this really strong smell, and it was like an ammonia smell, and everybody was like, oh, that's disgusting. Oh, it's gotta be a ghost. And I was standing there with my friends and my now hubby, who was then boyfriend, and we were looking at each other and going, is somebody peeing against the door? It was, because the Newcastle Keep is right next to a bunch of bars, so there was some couple of people peeing against the door, and their pee stunk, and that's what it was. It was nothing paranormal.
Oh, and it was probably like stacked pee. Like that's the pee spot, and everyone pees there constantly. So it's everyone's pee mixing together. It's gross. I was going in my head. I was jumping ahead, and I was like, "It's gonna be pee. It's gonna be pee." Is what she's talking about. She's talking about pee.
I'm talking about pee.
She's talking about pee.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's times when I've been ghost bothering and the dead bell goes off, which is like a motion censored like reception bell, and that's really creepy when it's downstairs and you're literally the person who just walked past it and you think, shit, there's somebody behind me, and that's creepy, and you think, oh my god, it's a ghost.
Yeah. But
then you're just like, well, it could be anything. It could be a mouse. Especially in these old buildings. Yeah. So I'm with Dare. I am that everything is explainable. And even to the point where in the book Dare's starting to believe, I'm like, that's explainable.
Yeah.
Until it becomes completely in your face, this is a ghost.
Yeah.
That's when my screaming would start.
Yes. I think my favorite... I mean, I loved the nightmares that she had, and Atheline was on the ceiling, like, reaching out for her, slowly falling. Like, I could see that happening. It was very cinematic scene. But I think my favorite one was the reflection in the window when they're having their picnic. You know, it's like there's candles lit everywhere and the lights are dim and like, oh no, the window suddenly opens, so you go and close it. Or the window, we must have forgotten to shut that window. Like, no, you didn't. But anyway, she goes to shut the window and she sees the reflection of Atheline and she does the creepy smile, which I love a creepy smile in a horror movie. And then like the water just starts pouring out of her mouth. Like, how good is that? It was such a good scene.
That was very, very, very good. There was so much of it though where have you heard of the phenomenon pareidolia?
No, what is that?
So pareidolia, it is where you see faces and things. So you know when people post pictures of toast and go, look, Jesus is in my toast. That's pareidolia. Or if you'll see faces in the clouds or rocks and things, that's pareidolia. And it's a very human thing to humanize stuff that you can't understand. Or stuff that you can't like quite shape. So seeing faces, seeing shadows and thinking that it's not just faces, it's people as well. So seeing that weird shadow in the corner and thinking it's a person and it's not, it's just a shadow. It's the way that you cannot recreate the refraction because it's just one of those things. It's nature. So a lot of when I was reading through it, I was like, it's pareidolia. Again, until the ghost is freaking smack in your face.
Yeah.
Do you know how rare it is? Like, actual full body apparitions is the rarest phenomena. Because
a free floating full torsoed vaporous apparition. It blew books off shelves.
This is what I don't get as well. We're mixing two different types of paranormal phenomena here, because things flying off the shelves, that's more poltergeist, which is different activity to like a haunting.
Yes. Yeah.
So we're mixing things. This is a work of fiction. I'm going to allow it. But if we're going to have accurate diabetes representation, we need accurate ghost bothering representation as well.
I'm just describing literal or just literally quoting Ghostbusters at you, so it scared the socks off some poor librarian. No human beings textbooks like this. Sorry, I'm just quoting Ghostbusters at you.
Fine. Let's move on. Oh, I will say, if you do find a secret room in a house, and you do find an ugly ass rotten doll, burn it. Don't make friends with it. Certainly don't let it sleep in your bed.
Do not snuggle up with that doll in your bed.
And don't restore it. It's just nasty.
No.
It's just nasty.
Stop it.
And get your pipes cleaned. If goo's coming out when you turn them on, clean your pipes or run the water for a little while. Tell the water board.
Can we talk about Holly? And Holly at the end?
Dead Holly, live Holly, in between Holly.
What do you think? I think she's in the lake.
She did.
I mean, is she dead? Is she dead in the lake or is she dead elsewhere?
I think the lake's got her.
Yeah.
It let Dare and Quinn out too easily.
Yeah.
And why did they keep them in the house? It was clearly the lake was up to shenanigans.
I mean, I think it was everything with as wet as the house was. You know, if the house had been drier, they would have known that it was the lake. But because the house was so moist, the house was infected too.
They really needed to get a dehumidifier.
God, yes.
If there was ever a house that needed a dehumidifier.
Yes.
Dehumidify that haunting.
Dehumidify the haunting, I think, is another good life lesson.
It is.
Don't get diabetes. Dehumidify the haunting. Did you have a favorite character?
Waffles the dog. He's such a good doggo.
Waffles was a hero.
Waffles was. At some point, either any of the characters got on me nerves. There was always a point where it got to a point where I was like, oh, can we move on to somebody else now?
Who annoyed you the most?
Holly, I think.
Yeah.
Probably, I mean, she was dead, so I can't really blame her.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get us wrong, it wasn't like I hated the characters and I wouldn't read the book or recommend it. No, I actually enjoyed the book and I would recommend it and I liked everybody. But it was just getting to it's the same with all like young adult, early teens. You're like, I just need a break from you for a second. Can you go to the room for a nap?
Right.
Because Mummy needs a break.
Yeah.
Can I go for a room for a nap because Mummy needs a break? I need a nap. What about favourite character for yourself? Oh, you need your fruit snacks. I need caffeine at this point.
My sugar level is actually a nice steady 130 because I ate fruit snacks before we started recording.
My energy levels have dipped. Like if I had an alarm system, it would be going off right now.
It's your nap alert. Your nap alert is going off.
My nap alert is going off.
Yeah.
Beep, beep, beep.
I think, I mean, in this instance, I think it's okay for me to say that Dare is my favorite character because,
yeah,
you know, diabetes. But outside of Dare, I really appreciated Quinn's dresses and all of the cute prints that she wears. I have several dresses that have ridiculous prints on them as well, and that's something that we did not mention in the summary. But every time you see Quinn, she's wearing a different ridiculous dress. And it's fantastic. One of them, I think, has sharks on it. Like, they're amazing.
One of my favourite designers is just released a shine called Into the Deep, and it's the sharks. You know the ones where I got the tentacles?
Yes.
Tentacle top. Same people, but sharks.
Ooh, that's fun. Like, I have cutesy dresses. I have one that has gentleman flamingos on, and it's flamingos wearing top hats and spats.
Of course.
I have one that's it's vegetables. Actually, I have multiple vegetable dresses. I have one that's popcorn.
Of course.
Yeah. So, I mean, I love a cutesy dress. I really appreciated that. And also that she wears lipstick because we know how I feel about lipstick. But I think probably my favorite non-main character is Kathy.
Yeah, no, I can get that.
Like, she is watching the show or listening to the show. I mean, she knows what's going on. She's aware. And also she tries to save herself using stuff she learned from Supernatural.
Yes, I mean, that's amazing. Who wouldn't apply the salt technique from Supernatural?
Right. It works,
you can't tell.
Works for the
Supernatural was a mainstream program that educated us in the correct defense against paranormal activity. There, I said it.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Oh, God. The screaming has started internally.
Screaming has started.
There was more screaming? Oh, how disgustingly wet the house was.
Oh, I know. My surprise was that the house is still standing after all the water damage. If it keeps getting flooded every, however many years it takes for someone else to enter the house that is the appropriate age, which I did. I really liked that, by the way, that Hetty was going after girls that were the same age as her siblings because she hated her siblings so much. And like in all of her petty diary entries that she wrote, like she has a 3-year-old sister, and that is why the bathtub came to life and tried to eat the baby, because she was 3. Like, they were trying for it right then. But I did appreciate that bit of the storytelling. I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, I like that one as well. As I was rereading it, I was thinking, which house is more moist? This one or the one from What Moves the Dead a few episodes ago? Because that house was very moist as well. I always feel
And it
like you can
also
reach
had a
out
glowing
and squeeze
lake.
them. Yes, and also it
Yeah,
feels
like
like
a
you can
sponge.
reach out. Yeah, and it just. You know what? If they're
Yeah, and you
rolling
just
the
wring
paint
it.
on, yeah. I can't understand how they even remotely painted any of the house. It's too moist.
Yeah.
Ah. And I bet it stank with all that mould. And then if you're adding in the stench of wet paint as well.
Yeah.
It's not ghosts, it's hallucinations from all the toxin and all the miasma of smell.
It could be.
And a psychopathic mother who wants to kill the kids.
Yikes about that. I'm going to bring my 18-year-old daughter and 2 additional 18-year-old girls to the house as part of an internship. Like, that's really cool, but, thinking back to it, like, they should have known something was up. Like, that's not a thing. It's a trap, is what it is. Gosh, there was something that just came to my head, and now I lost it. Oh, that makes me crazy. I can't believe she did that, though. Oh, the guilt trip. Oh, the guilt trip of, well, I guess, maybe you're just not cut out to be an interior decorator.
Oh, slap. You know the phrase, sometimes they need to slap a bitch.
Yes. I did really enjoy that Quinn stood up to her mom. Like, you are insane.
Yeah.
I am your daughter.
Yeah.
What is wrong with you?
It's really wild as well that she's gone to the expense of buying the house, the time, trouble, and energy of the ploy of the internship, and then the renovations that were taking place in the house. She was playing a long game. And if she could have poured all of her energy into being a better parent, we would have less people dead.
That's true. Okay. Favorite final thought quote?
I'll probably just give you a couple.
Okay.
The living are always scarier than the dead.
Yes.
And I'm a ghost hunter. I run toward the unexplained, not away from it, and debunk what's happening until I can rationalise every phantom sight and sound. Yes.
Claire.
I'm not a ghost hunter, I'm a ghost botherer.
From the book.
I'm a ghost botherer. Oh. That's how you know it's a quote.
I see.
She said ghost hunter.
I see. Oh, yes,
I don't
right.
hunt them down. I just bother them.
Yes.
I'm very excited. I've got 2 booked this year with the hopes for more. What quotes have you got, my dear?
Well, to match my arm being about darkness, it's a dark place, but I like the dark. That's a good one. Yeah. I'm not rolling my eyes, but only because of how much I like you. And see me, I would just be rolling my eyes constantly.
Yeah.
But I did appreciate that.
I think I'll get eye strain.
Yes. Just because I can't explain it doesn't mean there isn't an answer. And I appreciate that one.
I like that.
And then finally, diabetes. When you have a body with a history of letting you down, the last thing you need in your life is a person who does the same. Diabetes.
Yes. Diabetes, ghost bothering, podcasting.
Okay. Is it time for Would You Rather?
Yes.
pew, 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 pew.
There's no pew pew, it's just screaming this time.
No, I pew-pewed. I pew-pewed. Pew, pew, pew.
Oh, you're so traditional.
I pew-pewed. There is a massive delay, though, between us speaking, so I pew-pewed before you started screaming.
It works.
It'll be fine in the audio
It's fine
version.
in the edit.
It's fine in the edit, but the video, horrible.
Not my problem.
Sorry, that's what you pay for.
Yeah, this is gold. This is entertainment gold, worth every cent. We asked on social media, would you rather have a podcast or a show on YouTube? And on Facebook, with 75%, it was podcast. In the book club, with 66%, it was podcast. And on Instagram, with 100%, it was podcast. We have a lot of podcasts. However, we have comments. Annie just posted a link to youtube.com/at Pembley, Oklahoma, which is her fantastic YouTube channel from where she shows you how to garden, create an English garden in Oklahoma, and she dresses all fancy. It's very cute. Check it out.
It's amazing. She also gives some really good gardening tips.
Yes.
It's fun to watch her.
It's very
Also,
fun
she's
to
just
watch
so
her.
cute.
Annie is one of the most
precious.
adorable people ever. You just kind of
Yes.
want to, you want to be able to distill that preciousness.
Yes. Vincent shares a GIF with us and says, "This face was made for radio."
Colin said, podcast. I've heard it's easy money and these podcasters just rake it in. It's dead straightforward as well and requires very little time investment. Hashtag sarcasm.
Emily says, "I'd go for YouTube since I already have a podcast. The Adapt Me podcast, in fact. Check it out wherever you get your podcasts." Also,
And
we've
Amanda's
been on the
5
show.
times.
Many
five
times. Yes.
Amanda's 5 times. I've been on
Yes.
5 times.
It's
And
such a
Emily's-
fun show. We have such cool friends.
Emily is so nice and I can't wait for her to join us. So
I know. It's coming.
soon.
Soon.
Watch this space. Candace says, no video lol. Ever. Lol.
Glim Glam Jen says, "I think I'd rather have a podcast. I really like listening to things while I clean or walk or cook."
And Trina Reed said, I'd say YouTube show because sometimes I communicate my thoughts more with my facial expression. Yes, and this is why I get invited to calls that I don't need to be on at work, because people like me sitting there as my face is subtitles.
Yes. And my face is not quiet. And that's why everyone should join our Patreon. So you can see what happens. In like the silences,
Yes.
in the audio, something is happening.
Yes. Or when the other person is speaking, the other person is doing stuff.
Yes.
Sometimes to put the other one off. Sometimes just life.
Yeah. I made several faces in this episode.
Yeah. We try not to look at each other.
Yeah, you can't. You can't. I feel like I want to go back and edit Glim Glam Jen's comment in this one because she didn't mention actual werewolf Jacob Black. And so I'm just going to add that in for her, by the way.
Yes, please do that.
She would rather have a podcast with actual Jacob Werewolf. Actual Jacob Werewolf Black. Actual werewolf Jacob Black is what she wants in her podcast.
Yeah, that's
That's
what we
a
want for
benefit.
her as well.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Anyway, what's your answer to this question?
I mean, I'm not doing 2 podcasts. Unless the second one was a little less research intense.
You know, there are many times where I want to create a fictional hangover spinoff where it's just us talking about horror movies. Or 90s movies, and that's it.
Just movies in general.
Just movies in general. Arnold
Yeah.
Schwarzenegger movies.
Just like rewatching things, yeah.
Or like,
so it's more of it's more of just a chat where, you see, I like that. I like that idea, because either we watch it and do what we did that time before with that Christmas movie that will
no, that was
forever,
a nightmare.
And it's just play this while you're watching it, and it's very Mystery Science Theater 3000.
That was really fun.
That was ridiculous fun. Or we watch a movie and then we just come on and talk about it, and it's just a short, sweet half-an-hour thing. I could do that
space.
because the commitment is, yes, it's a movie, and that's my entertain. I know that's what I'm going to entertain myself with. That I'm fine with that.
Yeah. Watch this space.
Okay. So is that going to be a podcast, or is that going to be YouTube?
Yes, both.
I
mean, we have ours on YouTube as well, some of the episodes.
Yeah. This is why this is a really difficult question to answer, because we already have the podcast.
Yes.
And technically we already have the YouTube.
Yes.
Come and join us on YouTube on May 25th at 10 p.m. Amanda's time.
No, 10 a.m. 10 a.m. my time.
Amanda's time, 4 p.m. my time, when we are going to be live. And faces.
Yes, with
YouTube.
guests.
With guests.
Yeah.
So, is this a time when we actually have option C? Both?
Maybe.
Ugh.
All right. Next question.
Yeah.
Would you rather explore the attic or the hidden room?
Hidden room.
Same. It's a 90s time capsule, and I'm there for it.
Yes. Yeah.
As an adult, though, not as a teenager.
No, I don't.
I myself want to go in there now.
Yes. 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 Because my child learns late 1900s is on his history curriculum, and it still annoys me. There's a museum that has a Nintendo DS and a flip phone and a Spice Girls figure.
No.
I keep complaining that my childhood is his history project, and I don't like it.
No.
But yeah, I'm going to go to the hidden room and look at the posters and judge Atheleen's taste.
Yeah, I mean, did she have NSYNC or Backstreet Boys?
We need to know.
We need to know.
We need to know. Or I like to think she had an Alanis Morissette Jagged Little Pill poster.
She could have.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, 1992 wouldn't have been either one of those boy bands. It would have probably been New Kids on the Block at that time.
Yeah.
And I'd be okay with that.
I don't even remember New Kids on the Block. I think your brother liked New Kids on the Block. I never liked. Boys to Men. Take That in the UK.
Could have been Boys to Men.
East 17. Oh God, they're making a comeback.
I don't know who those people are.
You don't need to know who they are. Oh, East 17. But a boy band from London, hence E17 is the postcode. And they have a UK #1 hit at a Christmas, and it keeps being on all the Christmas, like played at Christmas time. It's got nothing to do with Christmas. It's really stalkery as well. It's horrible.
Gross.
Yeah.
Next question?
Yeah, let's move on. I'm diving down into 90s wormhole. Would you rather interview Megan or, assuming the interview was actually real, Officer McDougal?
This one's kind of tough because I appreciate Megan's firsthand experience with it, with the house, and with her daughter having Ghostbusters 2 experience in the bathroom. But, like, if Officer McDougal is retired from the force, he might have a lot of knowledge that he's okay sharing that could go further into the past as well. So it might be cool to talk to him if that was real and he was not retired in sunny South Florida and it was Rose who shows up and locks you in a garage.
With that caveat, yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm going to interview Megan just simply so I can go to a coffee shop and have a coffee and some treat, because I'm really in the mood.
Yeah.
Plus Ghostbusters.
Right. Would you rather see a ghost in a reflection or on the ceiling after a nightmare?
Ghost in the reflection, because that's creepy. Whereas on the ceiling after a nightmare, objectively, it's quite funny.
I'm gonna go.
I think it's because in my head it's gone a bit scary movie.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with reflection because seeing her on the ceiling after the nightmare, like, she got wet. She got physically wet. And I don't want that. You're not gonna get wet from a reflection. You're not
No,
gonna
I don't
have
want to get dripped on by
drips.
ghost moldy water.
No.
Ugh.
No. That's reflection for me.
Okay. Would you rather join Kathy in her paranormal investigating group or join Dare on a podcast or YouTube?
I think in this instance, because the characters are mentioned, I'm going to go with Kathy, because I feel like Dare and I would just talk about diabetes too much and we would bother everyone. So I'm going to join Kathy. Unless Dare and I are having a diabetes podcast, in which case I will join Dare. But who wants to listen to that? No one's going to listen to the diabetes podcast.
Other people with diabetes or people with friends or family and they want to better understand? I don't know how much podcast would you get out of it just talk about diabetes though?
I mean, if it's...
Would you get nearly 400 episodes? And we're nearly up to 400. We're celebrating it on the 25th of May at 10 a.m. your time, 4 p.m. my time on YouTube with superfans.
Yeah. I think if it's a 15 minutes, what the fuck happened to you because of your diabetes this week podcast, you've got infinite episodes. So, but if it's a long, in-depth thing, nah.
I'm going to go with Kathy because I liked the Kathy character. I think her paranormal investigating group would probably be quite fun.
Yes.
I think she'd probably be a little bit more lighthearted with it as well.
Yeah.
Whereas I can imagine Dare getting a bit intense. I might, calm yourself there.
Yeah.
Especially now that she's actually seen a ghost. So,
yeah, now she knows that they're real.
She's one of those people that's seen a ghost, and now she's just got a bit too much. Yeah.
I forgot that we were supposed to talk about the female equivalent to the term cock block. I forgot.
Okay, would you rather the female term to cock block be? Give me the options.
Well, clam jam, as we already discussed.
It's too much like a party.
Let's see. It's a lot of times people talking about clam jam and then singing songs about clam jam. Twat swat, which doesn't necessarily work for you in the UK because you say twat. So that one doesn't rhyme. And then there's a whole conversation about that being the equivalent of a person with testicles being hit in the testicles.
Would you like mine?
Muff rebuff?
Oh, no, I do like muff rebuff.
Yeah. What do you have? Oh, someone said... I'm looking at my phone. I'm not looking at what you put in the script right this moment because I want to say that someone on Reddit said, my uncle dated a stripper who called all forms of female cock blocking purse snatching. And then someone said it would be more correct to call it snatch pursing. Cunt junction. Yeah, that's a good one. That's good, Claire. I like that.
Thank you.
I like that a lot. Yeah.
I do enjoy play on with words.
Yeah. Oh, taco blocko. Hate it. But also, you probably say taco, so that probably also wouldn't work.
Taco blocko? Taco blocko. We could say taco. Taco blocko.
Yeah. It's horrible.
What was the also one again?
Muff rebuff.
I like muff rebuff.
Yeah.
I think I like muff rebuff.
I like that one too. This reminds me of our last conversation about One Dark Throne with Katarine poisoning her lover with her body.
Oh, God. We have some weird conversations.
We do. And they're all inappropriate. Caustic cunt, I think, is what we ended up with on that one.
Yeah.
Toxic twat.
Yeah.
Anyway, if you liked this, try this. Stop having that conversation. Us.
Is it an appropriate clip for social media?
Let's negative. Not this time.
No, it's where the clip starts with us saying it and then it ends with, you're going to have to listen to the episode to find out what we say.
No.
Then the screaming, Okay. Anyway.
That involves a lot of editing. I don't want to do that.
I'm moving on. My recommendation to you is The Invocations by Crystal Sutherland. And you're going, wait, Claire, that's got nothing to do with diabetes or soggy ghosts. That's because it was my Fictional Hangover annotated book club pick. So actually, there is a tenuous link. There is actually a mouldy house in it as well.
Yes.
So,
yes.
Not that tenuous.
Yes.
Anyway, summary, Goodreads, go. Zara Jones believes in magic because the alternative is too painful to consider that her murdered sister is gone forever and there is nothing she can do about it.
Hashtag tenuous
Rather than
link.
grieving and moving on, Zara decides she will do whatever it takes to claw her sister back from the grave, even trading in the occult. Jude Wolfe may be the daughter of a billionaire, but she is also undeniably cursed. After a deal with a demon went horribly wrong, her soul has been slowly turning necrotic. It's a miserable existence, marred by pain, sickness, and monstrous things that taunt her in the night. There you go. Now that she's glimpsed what's beyond the veil, Jude's desperate to find something to undo the damage she's done to herself. Enter Emma Brine, an orphaned witch with a dark past and a deadly power, aka the solution to both Sarah and Jules' problems. Though Emma decides to hard scrabble life, she gives away her most valuable asset, her invocations, to women in desperate situations who are willing to sacrifice a piece of their soul in exchange for a scrap of power. Zara and Jude are willing, but they first have to find Emma. When Emma's clients start turning up dead all over London, a vital clue leads Sarah and Jude right to her. If a serial killer is targeting her clients, Emma wants to know why and what to stop them. She strikes a tenuous alliance with Sarah and Jude to hunt a killer before they are next on his list, even if she can't give them in return what Sarah and Jude want most: a sister and a soul. It's a good read. It takes a little while to get started, but it's a good read.
Yes. Yeah, I enjoyed it at the end. And
Yes,
there were
there's
many hashtag tenuous links.
There were actually, now I've thought about it. But also, it gets a bit, there's some descriptions as I was reading it. I was like, oh, man, is going to appreciate the horror of this.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was good stuff. It was good stuff.
Cool. What's your recommendation?
My recommendation actually employs a library database that I kind of forgot existed. Yeah, so I'm probably going to use it from now on because it's a really good, it's called Novelist. And it's like, it's just, if you liked this, try this, essentially.
Like it.
Yeah. So this one is called You Have Awoken Her by Anne Davila Cardinal. And it's probably pronounced in a much fancier way than the way I just said it in my Southern American voice. Gabby should be thrilled to be visiting his best friend for the summer. But with its mansions, country clubs, and Ruth's terrible new boyfriend, Frost Thurston, the Hamptons is the last place he wants to be. And then Gabby witnesses a woman being dragged under the ocean by what looks like a tentacle. When no one, not the police or anyone else, seems to care, Gabby starts to wonder if maybe the beachside town's bad vibes are more real than he thought. As the number of accidental deaths begins to climb, the Thurston family name keeps rising to the top. And what's worse is that all the signs point to something lurking beneath the water. Something with a hunger for blood.
Oh. That sounds
Water
really good,
death.
actually.
Hashtag water death.
Yeah, but it sounds really fun. Yeah. Like, not the water death. That doesn't sound fun.
That's not fun.
But reading it could be fun.
Yeah.
Cool. Do we have an indie spotlight to share this week?
Yes, we do. This one is called These Walls Remember by Del Sandine.
I don't want the walls to remember me.
I know. I knew you'd love / hate this one. This one comes out August 18th. Do not go into the attic, the note warned.
Okay,
but that's exactly what sisters Mickey and Delilah do when they inherit a distant relative's house in Savannah, Georgia. They intend to sell the property, divide the proceeds, and go their separate ways once and for all. But 724 Hartford Street has other plans. As the sisters learn about this house and its history, past wounds begin to fester and spill into the present. Strange visions, memory lapses, unexplained accidents, and surreal echoes of the house's previous inhabitants, some of whom disappeared after living in the home. The sisters suspect the residents of the sleepy Savannah neighborhood know more than they're saying about what really happened there. And then Delilah, once adamant about selling and never looking back, develops an uncanny attachment to the house, her personality changing in alarming ways. Mickey knows that she'll have to pull her sister from the home's clutches, or they will both succumb to that which hungers in its walls.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah. I mean, yeah, but no.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no.
No. Yeah.
Yeah, but no. Yeah. No. No.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
All right, that's the end of this episode of Fictional Hangover. I'm Amanda.
And I'm Claire.
Join us next time as we discuss Two Dark Rains by Kendara Blake. And don't forget about our live 400th episode that we have mentioned several times in this episode on Monday, May 25th at 10 a.m. Central Time, 4 p.m. GMT. Look out for our Would You Rather polls and monthly challenges on social media. Don't forget about our book club on Discord. Be sure to visit our shop on Redbubble at fictionalhangover.redbubble.com for all your favorite Fictional Hangover themed merchandise, and become a patron of ours on Patreon at patreon.com/fictionalhangover. Until next time, remember, the only cure for a fictional hangover is another book.
And then the screaming starts.
Then the screaming starts.
You can find us at fictionalhangover.com and follow us on all social media at Fictional Hangover. If you like this episode, check out our others and be sure to rate, review and subscribe so you don't miss out. Thanks for listening.